Monday around 5:30 to 6 p.m. and a gentleman shows up in a silver town car with a friend of his and a female accomplice, and they are looking at vehicles, deciding what type of vehicle to buy, and they land on a Lincoln Navigator. They asked me about the pricing of the vehicle, and we tell them about $34,000. And of course, they didn't flinch on that. And introduces himself and acts as a successful businessman, a roofing company with excellent business in the last few months and years. And asking if there was a trade-in involved in his transaction. Of course, he decides that no, there is no trade-in, and just going to pay cash for the vehicle. And that's usually a little odd for that type of caliber car. So he continues to look the vehicle over inside and out, and we're sitting in the vehicle, and we ask him, or I did, and say, well, what is your next step? What would you like to do? You'd like to buy the vehicle, or what would you like to do? So therefore he says, no, I'd like to test drive the vehicle. So I asked him for his driver's license, make sure he does have a valid license. He reached in his pockets, and of course, surprisingly, there was no driver's license. And he gets panicky and says, well, I don't have my license with me. I think I left it in my other car. And he calls his friend and says, well, bring my license back. And at that time, I felt, well, he cannot drive the car, and I would have to drive the car if he would like to go for a test drive. And he needs to get out so I can drive. And as I proceed to get out of the car, and thinking that he was doing the same thing off of the driver's side, I shut the door on the passenger side when I get out, and he puts the car in gear and just leaves.
Is that still kind of an occupational hazard for you guys, that you got to get in the car with strangers?
I've been in the car business since 1986, and this is the first incident like that. So it's really not. This is not something that happens all the time. So
yeah.
Very simple.